16, we lost our house, and then we were homeless. We had to put everything we had in storage, and we didn't have anywhere to go, and we didn't have money to pay for anywhere to stay. And just the point of being there with nothing in front of us, nothing over us, and nothing to feed us, that's a low point, and it's not something that I could control. Being a teenager, I think it's real dramatic anyway, but like not having like a home, that's traumatic for anyone, you know. So people from around the community and from our church would just pay for us to stay in a hotel, and someone from the church cleaned out their washroom, and the 5 of us just slept there, and it was a small area, probably like 5 by 5 feet, and we stayed there for about 6 months. So we were totally homeless about 8 months to a year. And then after that, we got established, and we lived in a trailer park, which, I mean, it was a blessing to us. And we slowly started getting back on our feet, but my dad got into pornography and was not going to work anymore, and we saw a lot of things that we probably shouldn't have. He would seclude himself from the rest of us, and just went into a deep depression. And the rest of us, I mean, we'd go to church and we'd try to tell him, why are you doing what you're doing, you know? But he had made his choice, and he decided to leave us all again. I started to think that maybe I was supposed to be just a nobody, because what else did I have? Everything in front of me was broken. When my dad first left, we didn't have any food. Like, I remember my mom saying on, I think it was like a Wednesday night, that it was the last meal we were gonna have for a little while. So she didn't even eat, and our fridge was completely empty. And I remember my mom saying, well, we're gonna have to pray and ask God to provide. And I remember the next day, our pastor, just out of nowhere, pulled up with a truck full of food that he'd gotten from the Salvation Army. I think it was then that I began to see God as my Father. And because he provided, you know? He provided what my dad, man, was supposed to provide but couldn't. And so it was in that provision, when we didn't have anything and God used his servants to provide for us, that I saw God literally holding me in his hand as his own. And that's when I began to call him Father. And I knew what that meant, to be God's child. In Bible school, met Trust and Baba, and we were just friends, is what we were saying. And after we graduated, we started dating, and we're married about 3 years now. So it's been wonderful, because I didn't think I was gonna get an amazing man. And we came to work at Houston here, and I work at a Title I school at Milby High School. If I were to say to anyone that has been in my situation or is in a hopeless situation, you know God, and you know of God, and God will show himself faithful. You've got to have strength, but not your own. Because when you rely on your own strength, we're man and we fail. You got to run to God. You got to let God encourage you and strengthen you. And you've got to have hope and believe that he will. Because he cares for the sparrow, you know, and we're his creation. And that's just what God does. So if you're in a hopeless situation, have courage and run to God. Quit trying to do it yourself, because you won't succeed. But God will help you, and He'll help you succeed and bless you daily. That's just what He does, you know. Today I am married to a wonderful man of God. I am a teacher. I have a career. We have a home. We are a family.